Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, the A-List. Do not adjust your computers, your phones, your little pagers, or whatever the hell you have these days, because, ladies and gentlemen, this show this week might actually be pretty good, because Wes Troop is not here. He invited me, and do I even need an introduction? I am your favorite superhero, the Wesida. I know what you're thinking. Trojan Man? Yeah, well, you know, I use those condoms a lot. I mean, think of all the women. And then, second of all, they paid me a shitload of money to wear this today. Anyway, first up on the news stories this week, there are a lot of ladies out there. Speaking of ladies liking condoms, 50 Shades of Grey has been a big hit this year. There's been so many talks about movies going on with 50 Shades of Grey, and this week a sketch was made of what exactly Christian Grey would look like. Take a look. I must say that is one sexy bastard. Anyway, now, on to a little segment we like to call here, Fanboys Are Us. I love my fanboys, you gotta, it's part of the job. But, Wes usually plays an indivisible musical instrument here. What am I gonna play? I'll play your girlfriend after I'm done with this A-list. Anyway. First up, ladies and gentlemen, talk show host David Letterman may have given a little bit of a spoiler as to what happens at The Dark Knight Rises. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, fast forward this a little bit. David Letterman sitting there with Anne Hathaway, probably drooling, although I don't like the boyish lesbo Bob, but, you know, they're gabbing, and Letterman says, well, we all know Batman dies at the end. What? And Anne Hathaway's like, yeah, so he totally just blew that load. But he says he was kidding, because he was like, oh, I kid. But, yeah, I don't know about that. He's like, well, of course Bruce Wayne lives. So we've all wondered about it, but possibly it happens. Now, on to another popular comic franchise, not as popular as the Wesida, of course. The Avengers has said that Scarlett Johansson will be paid $20 million to star in the Avengers 2. Man, I don't know, man. I think I might pay $20 million to tap that ass. In some other comic book and movie news, the Fantastic Four reboot, which is probably the best thing for that little shithole of a movie, it's getting a reboot, peeps. Don't worry. I said peeps. I'm just like Wes. It's funny. Fantastic Four getting a reboot, and, you know, we don't know who's in the cast yet, but we do have a director. Josh Tank, from Chronicle, yeah, the movie with the douchebag Jedis, is gonna direct, and it also has a writer. Please, God, put Dr. Doom so he's not a little pussy boy. Moving on, we have some other sequel news. Ladies and gentlemen, Kung Fu Panda 3 and Madagascar 4 have been announced. Yippee? Question mark. Well, Wes will be happy about that. He can take some of his jailbait girlfriends to that. Oh, did I just blow your spot? I'm sorry. Or sorry, maybe some of your ladies of Twitter. Anyway, on to the next little bit of notes here I have. Magic Mike 2 has been confirmed from Channing Tatum. And ladies, I'm sure you're gonna love that. But, I know something more you'd love. I think you'd love a little bit of the Wesida in Magic Mike 2. Oh yeah, baby! Just kidding, you gotta pay for this shit! Now it's time for a little segment we call The Reality Report. We got flying graphics now? Welcome to the 21st century. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, and what is this? He thinks he's the Miz all of a sudden? Yeah, that stupid hairstyle. This week's news is about American Idol. Steven Tyler and Jennifer Lopez are done officially as judges. They announced it this week. And Charlie Sheen says he'll do it. Why not? You just take a little dose of tiger blood and you'll be winning. But I don't know. Charlie Sheen, really? You have what it takes to judge hot, up-and-coming competitors, legends in the making like Holly Kavanaugh? I give you that one, Wes. She's freaking hot. But, I don't know. What are you going to be like? That was pretty good, but smoke some crack with me after the show. Well, I have this stupid plastic belt, so that means it must be time for the B-O-P. Ah, what a crick in my neck. I feel like the genie. Alright, well, this week, Wes was right when he said that the Amazing Spider-Man would be #1. Because he's pretty cool like that. Anyway, that makes him... Wow, you're doing pretty well since the last time I was here, Wes. I gotta give you credit. Give credit to, you know, even a blind squirrel finds him nuts sometimes. Or whatever they say, I don't know. So, this week, you know what? He's got a pretty good streak going. Maybe I'll just, mess up his streak a little bit. Maybe I'll say, you know, the best little hotel whorehouse in India will be #1. Or whatever the hell that movie is. Now, I'll play it straight for once in my life. And I will say that, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 movie will be Ice Age Continental Drift. As my mask is continental drifting. Yeah, you don't want to know what's behind this mask. You can't take it. You can't handle the heat, baby. Anyway, I'm going with Ice Age Continental Drift. Check out all of Wes's reviews. I've seen them. They're pretty laughable. Now it's time for the Babe of the Week. Yeah, fist pump like a champ. Alright, so, this week. Alright, shut up, David Guetta. I'll smack you in the gutter. This week's Babe of the Week is a little hottie that I hooked up with back at Comic-Con last year. You know, she sent me some naughty pictures of herself, so I had to share the wealth with my bros. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, one of my faves, Blake Lively. Well, that's all the time for this week. Next week, Wes will be back and you can all go back to sleep. But until then, don't miss one single A-list second. You can subscribe right here on YouTube. Check out some of these other horrible videos. You can like Wes on Facebook. Follow him on the Twitter, like some of those sexy ladies. You can check out his movie reviews at RottenTomatoes.com. You could buy one of his shitty t-shirts. When are we getting a Wesida t-shirt around here? God, what do you gotta do to get it? I don't want to know that answer. I do not want to know that answer. Anyway, peeps, so you're called. Until next time, Wesida out.